and welcome to my channel. My name's Mark Parham. I'm an entrepreneur and property investor, and in this video we are going back to the property wreck. Only this time I'm going to have the keys, so we'll be able to go in. So we completed on the property yesterday, so I should be able to pick up the keys any time now, and we'll go and have a look and we'll get a good idea for what work needs to be done inside. If I'm completely honest, I haven't yet been inside, so I have no idea what it requires, but at the same time my team have pre-COVID and they've got a good idea of what's going to be needed, so hopefully there's not too many shocks for me. Before we head up there, if I could ask you, please give this video a big like. I keep getting in trouble for not asking you to like the video, so have you done it? If you could, that'd be awesome. And if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. As you know, until I get to 1,000 subscribers, I'm doing free one-to-one consultations. Just click the link in the description and you can have a quick chat with me if you want to. Otherwise, let's head up to Corby. Hello, can I get a Zinger Tower Burger meal, please?
Zinger Tower Burger meal, what drink would you like?
Can I get a 7-Up, please?
Anything else?
I said thanks.
Okay, tower to the window.
Cheers, thank you. KFC for the win. Thank you so much. No problem, thank you. So we're now in Corby, and hopefully you've enjoyed a bit of that editing. I'm getting better at it, I think. But yeah, I thought what I would do before we go and pick up the keys, I'm just going to flash up the completion statement so you get a good idea of the figures. So I'll leave that on the screen for about 5-10 seconds, and then we'll go and get the keys from the agent. And then when we get back to the studio, then we can go through the figures a little bit later on. So here's the completion statement, and have a good look through it. So hopefully you guys found that interesting, and also I want to be incredibly transparent with you guys so that you can see exactly how much I'm spending, exactly what the revaluation is on this, and exactly how much I leave in the deal. Because I think sometimes there is a tendency for people to exaggerate or to underestimate costs, but I'm going to show you the exact figures of what I spend and exactly how much is left in this deal. Because I do believe that this one I may get all of my money back out of. So it's a good deal. Anyway, let's go over to the estate agents and pick up the keys, and then let's go and have an interior tour of the wreck. I'm excited. I wonder what we'll find. Hopefully we'll survive. So you join me as I'm ready to pick up my keys from BRRR. Oh, I can't get in. How does this work? Let's find out how this works. So here we are, and I have the keys. So let's go and have a look around. I'm not expecting to be able to show you much because, and I'll flip the camera around, there's no electricity and there's no gas. So let's do the best we can. So we have a downstairs toilet here. Great. We have a lounge here. I'm just going to switch to a low light mode. That should be a little bit better. Yeah, that's the lounge. The lounge is pretty big, to be fair. And through here we have the kitchen dining room, which is actually a really good size. Again, if you can call it a kitchen, I'm sure it was a kitchen at some point. It's definitely not one now. I think that's the gas supply capped off there, which is probably for the best. We've got the electrical fuse box in there. I mean, this is a good utility area, quite a good space. And then upstairs, we've got 4 bedrooms. Although I think the estate agent said it is a 4-bed and they've knocked it into 3. So we'll have to have a look and see what that means. I don't know how you knock a 4-bed into a 3-bed, but you do. Oh, massive cupboard there. I'm sure we can steal some space out of that and put it into here. Good room, good room. Looking out there. This is a good sized room. And then across the way we have, oh, no light at all in here. Can you see this? Ah, this is where they've knocked the two rooms together. So that is, yeah, I mean, I can see it, but you can't. There's a bit that they've knocked out. And there used to be two rooms here. You can see there's two windows, two radiators. There used to be another door here next to it. Okay, that's easily sorted. We can turn that back to a 4-bed. And we've got the bathroom. And then through here, we've got the master, and the master's massive. Again, I don't know if you can see it at all. Such terrible light. No lights, no electricity, no services. I was really hoping this was going to be a good video. So I'm terribly sorry that I can't really show you much. At least you get a feel for what the property looks like, right? I think the best thing I can do is probably take you back to the studio and go through the figures with you, because we have an end value in mind. I spoke to the estate agent when I was there. Property number 13. No champagne with this one though. So welcome back to Oxfordshire, and let's go through the figures. I hope you enjoyed the tour. I know it was a little bit dark in there, but I've had a look at the footage and actually you can see quite a lot. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Let's go through the figures of exactly what we spent so far on this property. For those that don't want to stick around to the end, it's 120k. But for those that want a breakdown of everything, I'm going to go through each point so that you know exactly what that 120k is made up of. So first of all, we paid £116,000 for the house. It was advertised for, I believe, about 135, and we eventually agreed a purchase price of 116 back in April 2019. Now, because this property was being purchased through a representative of a vulnerable person, it took quite a long time to go through committees to get the go-ahead on all the sale process. So I think that's a little bit of why it took so long to come through. The legals on it were a little bit more of a complex issue, because not only was we dealing with a committee for the legal purposes, we were also dealing with a bridging loan. So the legals actually came in a lot more expensive than normal at £2,413. As you can see, the property is definitely uninhabitable, so there's a zero stamp duty liability on that. The land registry charge to register it with the land registry is £95, and Lendinvest, our bridging company, have charged us £1,200 to arrange the bridge. There needs to be specific searches every time you purchase a property, so we've got drainage searches, mortgage searches, company searches, and these are pretty ancillary costs at £209, £24 and £27.60. The owner was actually supposed to get an absence of easement indemnity insurance policy, but it was taking them so long, we decided to do that ourselves. So we paid the £80 because we wanted to just get the property completed. It was the last thing that was holding it up. And I spoke to my solicitor and I was like, what's holding this up still? And they explained it to me. And I said, just buy it. I don't mind. Let's just pay the insurance policy. So that means the total amount that we spent so far is £120,000 and 40p, for those that want to be absolutely exact. The loan outstanding is £82,795.40. So we can start to work out how this is going to look at the end, but because we've only got estimated costs for the rest of it, I'm going to leave that to another video. When the project's finished, we go back, we have a look at it. I'm then going to go through the exact costs, the exact build costs, and then we'll be able to have a look at the end value and how much of my money I get back out. So we reckon it's going to be between 25 and 35k. I think any of you who are fairly experienced will see that as a reasonable budget for this property. The guys in London will be screaming, how could you possibly do it for so little? but it's a bit different outside of London. So 25 to 35,000, I think we'll get all the works done. The list of works is going to be extremely extensive. Obviously new kitchens, new bathrooms, probably rewiring, probably replastering. The lot is a new wall needing to be built. There's a big extensive list of works, not to mention the fact that it's got no windows at the back. So there's a lot to be done on this one, but I think we'll hit that, and our schedule is 4 weeks once we get our team in. So I think the team are planning on starting on in 2 weeks, and we will aim to get all the work turned around in 4 weeks. For those that want to start doing some maths on there by themselves at home, we reckon the end value will be somewhere between 190 and 200,000. And if you have a quick look at 4 beds in Corby, you can have a look and see if you think that'll be reasonable. Obviously this will be done to a reasonable spec. I would say a good standard of finish is what we're aiming for on this. We're probably not going to flip this property in the end. We'll probably do a BRRR on this. So with that in mind, it doesn't make any sense to go too far with the finish and do too high-end stuff in the bathrooms. It also needs to be relative to the area that it's in. So it will be standard Victoria Plum, £1,000 bathrooms, you know, pretty good quality, but at the end of the day, still quite budget. So what do you think of this deal? How do you think it's stacking up at the moment? Let me know in the comments, and if you're enjoying these videos and this new format that I'm doing where we're going out, we're viewing a property, we're coming back, we're doing the figures, let me know what you like, what you don't like, and I can adapt my format so that you get the best experience possible. But hopefully you're enjoying all of this. I'm really enjoying making them for you. It's making my lockdown a little bit more fun and a little bit more enjoyable. But yes, hopefully you've enjoyed this, and I will see you on Monday next time.